In this lecture, I am going to explain about the more topics in the C language. So let us come to the first slide, that is about instructions and operators. So let us understand this deeply. So tell me, what are instructions? First of all, let us understand what is an instruction. In instruction, it is simply a command that we give to the computer. Means it is a command that we give to the computer. The computer follows our instructions one by one. See, I have given some instruction as like int 22, int a is equals to 22, and int b is equals to 32. And now I want to add those both. So I'm adding like a plus b int sum is equals to a plus b. So I'm adding. So it takes one by one. One instruction is taken first int a, that is important for first priority. Second int b. So likewise, whatever we write in the program, the first line will be executed, then it goes to next line, then third line. So if any error is there in any of the line, it gives error, and the whatever the compilation runs, no, it stops till there only. It won't run the whole program. Okay, this is how the instructions works. And now let us know about the type declaration, and we are having those types. Type declaration. See, what is meant by type declaration? Can anyone say? It is used to declare the types of a variable before are used in the program. Before, so before using any variable, like I am using a variable a, I'm using before variable, I am declaring it as integer. Let us say that, let us give an example. See, I'm giving a float value, that is 5.12 or 3.14, it may be. So I'm declaring float 4.12, float a is equals to 4.12. Means I'm declaring it is a float value. Declaring is nothing but it may be integer, or it may be float, or it may be character. So this is called a declaration of a variable. Now you got it. Next, arithmetic. Arithmetic, you already know. The arithmetic instructions are that used to perform mathematical calculation between operands using operators. So tell me, what are operands? Operands are like, suppose A, B, C. These all are operands. And tell me, what are operators? This is the main thing. See, operators are nothing but we know addition, that is a plus symbol, minus, that is subtraction, and multiplication, division. These are the symbols where we use it for calculating addition, or so making simple calculations. And what is meant by control? Use it to control the execution flow of statements inside the program. What is that? It is used to execute the flow of statement. Now let us go to the third slide. Type declaration instruction. See, this is a valid statement. Int a is equals to 23. Int b is equals to a. See, whatever the value is stored in the a, that is in a, we have stored 23. In this memory, we have stored 23, and whatever there in the a, 23 is already there, no? We are storing again into b. Int b is equals to a. Okay. Again the value is a is equals to b. So whatever the a is there, no, it comes to b. Next, int c is equals to b into 6. See, we are declaring the variable int is a is equals to b into 6. So whatever there in the b value, it is 23, right? We are multiplying with 6 again. So int d is equals to 1 comma e. So this is a valid statement. There will be no error in this statement. So let us see the another example. Int old age is equals to 23. So we have declared it and we have written here 23. And int new age is equals to old age plus years. See, I have not declared the years here. Before using the years, I didn't declare int years is equals to 2. So I didn't declare years, but I have written before using it. So what it happens, it gives an error and the program will not run. You can see and you can just go through the online debugger and just check why it's not coming. And let us go to the fourth slide. So the second one is arithmetic instructions and power function. So I have already discussed about arithmetic instructions, right? What are these operators and what are operands? You already knew it before. So this plus symbol between two variables we are keeping, no, this is called an operator, and this a and b are called operands, right? So the valid syntax is given in this. You can check this valid and invalid. And for computing the power function, so let me show how it works. Just go to the program. See, I have written already. I have written the header file and the math.h int main, and I have declared integer b is equals to 2, integer c is equals to 3, and so I want to find the power of this b comma c. So int power is equals to power of b comma c. Have printed this again and I'm running the program again. The power is 8. Otherwise I'll change the numbers. It may be some 4. Now let us run the program again. So the power is 64, right? You got it now. So let us see the another example. We'll go to the slide. So modulator operator and integer division. See, what is a modulator operator? It returns the remainder of a integer division. Simply we can say that we use division, like we'll do divisions, right? So I'm dividing 2 with 2. No, 2 with 4. So 2 2s are 4 and it gives a remainder of 0. Let me take an odd number, that is 3 divided by 2. It gives a remainder 1, right? So whenever the uh, see this we use for the some, like whenever we want to choose odd or even number. So let me tell you, I want to find whether the number is odd or even. In that conditions we use this modulator operator, right? Then whenever we give integer type, we get an integer value, and the float, whenever we give float value and int operator with float, it gives a float value. Whenever we give float, it gives a float value only. You got? The operator works whenever the operator works with this. See, we are having integer and a float value. See the example. I have given somewhere here 2.0 plus 2. It gives me a float value. Okay. Whenever I give only integer with integer, obviously it gives an integer value. Let float and Whenever I give float value with the float value, suppose 2 is 2.0 is multiplied with 2.0, it gives 4.0. So the return type will be this one. You just go through this. It doesn't take much time to read. And the fifth slide is about type conversions. We have implicit conversion and explicit conversion. So let us take see write in a program int a is equals to 1.999 we have given. Uh, we'll check this value. Int a is equals to 1.99 and we'll remove these all things. Let us print. So the power is 1. Oh sorry, we'll give this. We'll keep it as value. Now let us run the program. See, I have given the value as int a is equals to 1.999 and the output it has given is value is 1. Have you seen why it is coming 1? Because it has neglected the float value because we are given this int value. Since we have given it is an integer only accepts the integer value. It cannot give the float value, right? So let us keep some and I will show you one explicit conversion. Means int a is equals to int of 1.999. It is there, right? Then it intentionally removes decimal portion. Same like before. It becomes one. Compiler drops decimal part. Okay. Let us see and do. Int. Let us run the program again. So it has given the value is 1. In some cases, whenever we are using this one, without using this int bracket, it gives a error in the compiler. But in this online debugger, it is giving as 1. So this is a type conversion method. Next, we'll go to another one. Operator precedence and associated. So now we are going to learn how the multiplication and the division and in which order we need to like in which order, like first priority what we are going to have and second priority. See, for first priority the multiplication is going to take as a first priority, then the modulator, then the second priority will be addition and subtraction. When operators have same priority, evaluate from left to right. See, let us take an example. X is equals to 4 into 3 by 6 into 2. Okay, this we will do in the online debugger. X is equals to, what is that? 4 star 2 divided by 4 star 3 6 star 2, right? Yeah. Now let us print this x value and see. See, print value, something error expected before printf. The value is 4. We'll see in this whether the value is same or not. Yeah, the output is correct. As you can see, x is equals to 4 into 3. 4 3 is a 12. 12 divided by 6 will be, it will be 2. 2 into 2 will be 4. So the precedence how it is going, it is growing from the left to right, right? So we'll do multiplication first, then after that we'll divide, after that we'll again multiply. So how the multiplication and division is going, you have to see. And the first priority will be always for multiplication and division. When they are both in a same value or in a same line, we need to go from left to right. Remember that first. So coming to the 8th slide, it is about control instructions. Control instructions determine the flow of execution in a program. It has a sequence control, decision control, loop control, and a case control. See, what is sequence control? Executes instructions sequentially one after another in default, like top to bottom. The sequence control will happen. See, instructions are given in a program. See, one by one, it executes the program. And the decision control, it executes specific blocks based on conditions. See, something is important. See, I have written some conditions and then I have written if block and if else statements. So it thinks first, like it gives a priority wise. It takes the specific block is important. So it takes a condition wise. Loop control for while, do while. This we'll learn later, but just know the topics. See, switch case. Select a single execution path from multiple options. Then relational operators. So these are the relational operators. It is important examples like we'll see here equal to is there, right? If I see 4 equal to 4, it returns value 1 because it is a true statement, right? Now greater than and greater than are equals to, less than are equals to, and not equals to. This all we use in the program. See, whenever 1 is a true statement and in this 0 will be a false statement. Okay, this you have to remember because it is very important thing to know. And let us go to the next slide. Logical operators and truth tables. Logical operators. What is meant by logical operators? Do you know? We have and we have or, and we have not. These are very important in a further problems. See, if I write not equals to, see 3 is greater than 4, not equals to we have written, it returns 1, right? Actual 3 is uh, greater than 4, is it? No, it gives a false statement, not 0 becomes 1. And we have written 1, we have written not, right? For that, it returns 1. And you can see the example here, why it is coming. And check the truth table, you will know. Next, full operator precedence and assignment. So the priority wise, which operator comes first and how we have to analyze it is a, see, whenever we have given some statement or in any like any line, so how we are going to analyze it, there are many operators are given priority wise which we need to calculate. That is very important. And this is one example. Int a is equals to 1, int b is equals to 4, and a star b. Now we are calculating a into b, right? So 1 into 4 will be obviously 4. The output it came printed. So coming to the last slide. So what you have learned in this lecture, that is the main thing, right? You just don't memorize this concept. Try writing these programs yourself. That's the easiest way to learn the C programming. Okay. I'll give some of the questions in the description and you can go through that and you can learn very quickly and practice the questions. Thank you. See you in the next video. Do subscribe, like, comment and share the video.